Hi, I'm Dave from Portamento.com, and welcome to day 4 of my 7DS on Liquid DnB. OMG! One day, we made a big warm pad and a glassy lead. Today, we're going to make 2 synths which imho are cool, KK? Lamau. Sorry, my inner obnoxious teenager took over for a second there. But yes, we'll make a sweet Summery Portamento lead and a hollow echoey synth. Before I do that though, in the glassy lead synth we made yesterday, I forgot to tell you to turn the comb filter in Thor to comb minus mode. Take a listen to the difference in the sound. It sounds miles prettier that way. I'll explain what that does later on in this tutorial. So yes, let's start with that Portamento lead I mentioned. Right click and create a combinator and call it Summer Port. Since it sounds really nice, and it's a clever play on the word Portamento. If you notice that, you get a gold star. If not, you have to give the next person who gets it a gold star. Make a Thor instance inside it. Initialize it. Open it up. And I'll just add in some simple notes to work with. Okay, so those notes are in there. And now we'll have 3 different oscillators. Each one is going to be just slightly different in tone, so they'll combine to give a thicker overall sound. First, we're going to keep this analog oscillator, just take it 1 octave up. Then on top of that, we're going to add an FM pair oscillator with a 2 carrier and a 5 mod. Remember, with FM pair oscillators, if you use numbers that aren't divisible, then you get interesting harmonics created. This is a great way to make synths sound more unique. Let's just turn up that FM to just above a half as well. Now take a listen to that one on its own. It's a weird kind of sound. Lastly, we're going to run through a wavetable oscillator. Wavetable, and hit the 3 button to run it through. And we're going to take it down to the synced ramp mode. Yeah, leave the position at about a quarter. Now just to show you what the position knob can do, I'm going to tempo sync 2/1 rate LFO, and I'm going to connect it up, so source, LFO1, destination, oscillator 3 pos for the position, just by about 50 here in the modulation bus routing section. So take a listen to it on its own. See, it gives an interesting kind of tone change. Be careful here though. If you move the position too much, it starts to sound like a cat is throwing up through a microcorg or something. So if we have a listen to all 3 together. Nice thick high sound. Next we're going to turn the sustain to full so it doesn't lose any volume over time. Turn the delay on with tempo sync and turn the time to 8/16, so it's about half, which echoes out every half a bar. And lastly, and most importantly, hit the Portamento on and turn it up very, very slightly. You've got to be careful with this though. Like if we turn it to about 47, we can get away with that, 45, something like that. Have a listen. But even taking it up by about 10 more than that, it just starts to sound... It's a vastly different sound, and that regurgitating cat creeps its way back into the limelight. If it's too soft for you, feel free to hit the shaper on, turn it to hard clip, and turn the drive up a little bit as well. Take a listen to the difference there. Let's move that Portamento back down. But yeah, I think I'm going to keep it nice and clean for this track. Sometimes harsh sounds make for a nice counterpoint to the warm, delicate pads, but that all depends on your style. Those notes then. Very simple. It all plays off that semitone between the 3rd and 2nd in the key, that's C and C sharp. So there's that semitonal tension, as well as the tension from the 2nd note wanting to resolve. I loves my tensions, I does. It's also going up to a few other notes here and here to add a bit of variety. In particular this G sharp, which wants to resolve up to that B flat up here again. So that's 3 bits of tension going on here with the aforementioned tensions. If you are paying attention, the rhyming convention will extend the retention of your comprehension. At least that was my intention. So, that's the Portamento synth covered. Take a quick listen to it in context. Sweet. Moment to take the E and V down on this filter as well. just so it's a bit smoother. There we go. So that's the Portamento synth covered. Now on to another similarly simple synth. So sojourn with me into parts 2.